Welcome to Time of Death. This video is for informational purposes and in no way meant to glorify or condone violence. In today's video, we'll be discussing the murder of Michael Lamont Davis. Davis was shot and killed Friday, June 26, 2015 in the 600 block of East Avenue H14 in Lancaster, according to LA County coroner records. DeMonte Thomas was subsequently arrested and charged with the murder. The following is the evidence at trial. The victim, Michael Davis, and Cristal Monterde and their one-year-old son lived in an apartment complex in Lancaster. They had a pet miniature poodle. At around 7 p.m. on June 26, 2015, Davis drove a go-kart in the area around the apartment complex. Davis had his dog with him. Monterde was hanging out in the complex's parking lot. Her cousin, Stacy Samuel, also lived in the complex, was present. Shortly after 7 p.m., Davis ran to Monterde. He was carrying their dog and said it had been hit. The dog's leg was broken and it had a large knot in its stomach. Monterde took the dog from Davis and Davis drove off in his car. Samuel, JB, and another person followed in JB's car. Davis chased down defendant's truck. They stopped on 7th Street. Davis and defendant had a conversation. Samuel could not hear what they were saying. Defendant drove away and Davis ran to his car and tried to stop defendant by cutting off defendant's car. Davis demanded that defendant pay for the dog. Defendant sped away. Davis, followed by JB, pursued defendant but lost him. JB and Davis pulled into a Walmart parking lot. Samuel told Davis, "Let's just go back home, leave it alone." Davis and Samuel returned to the apartment complex. Davis and Monterde took their dog to a veterinarian. The veterinarian said the dog needed surgery, which would cost $3,000. At approximately 10 p.m., Davis and Monterde returned home from the veterinarian. Samuel saw them and ran outside to check on their dog. As Samuel spoke with Davis and Monterde in the parking lot, defendant and 4 men approached on foot from the street. Defendant and his companions were dressed in all black. Defendant was wearing a hoodie. Davis and defendant exchanged words. According to Monterde, Davis was a little upset and a little frustrated, and his voice was a little loud. Davis did not ask defendant for $3,000, but did tell defendant he wanted defendant to help pay the veterinary bills. Defendant replied, "I told you I ain't have the money for the dog." Angry, Davis yelled, "You gotta pay for my dog. I bought that dog for my son." As Davis spoke to defendant remained calm and acted as if it was a joke to him. He didn't take it serious. Monterde told Davis to calm down, and he did. She then spoke to defendant. Monterde said, "The vet said it's going to be $3,000 for her to have a surgery. If you don't have $3,000, can you give us $300 for a replacement dog?" Defendant, who responded calmly and without arguing, said, I don't got it, but I got something for you." Then, with a gloved hand, defendant pulled out a gun and shot Davis in the chest. Davis did not have a weapon in either hand. He ran and tried to hide behind a car. Defendant continued to shoot Davis. Davis collapsed and died at the scene. He sustained 18 gunshot wounds, 3 of which were fatal. Samuel and Monterde separately identified defendant from a 6-pack photographic lineup. They were 100% certain about their identifications. An LA County Sheriff deputy wrote a warrant for defendant's arrest. On January 3, 2016, defendant was arrested in connection with a traffic stop. Defendant gave the arresting officer a false name. As he was being booked, defendant asked why he was in jail. An officer informed defendant that he had been arrested for murder. Defendant said that he was tired of running. The officer asked why defendant had not turned himself in, and defendant responded that he wanted to spend the holiday with his children. Following the trial, the jury convicted defendant of first-degree murder, including a gun enhancement. The court sentenced defendant DeMonte Thomas to 50 years to life in state prison. Michael Lamont Davis was 22 years old at the time of death.